Hello and welcome to the Introduction to Node.js tutorial series. Today we'll be diving into Node.js. Now it's perfect for those who've heard about it but don't quite understand what it is. So you know how JavaScript makes things move and react inside the browser? Imagine harnessing that power for tasks outside of the browser. That's what Node.js is all about. Node.js is like a superpower for JavaScript. It allows JavaScript to step outside of the confines of the browser and play around in the back end, dealing with servers and creating content even before it hits your screen. So why should you bother learning Node.js? Well, apart from Node.js being a hot tech topic right now, plus with JavaScript you can become a one-stop developer, developing front-end and back-end. It's efficient, it's in demand, and it can make you a double threat in the web development world. So rather than just me talking about it, let's go and actually create and look at an application. Inside my IDE here, I've chosen Visual Studio Code to do my editing. I've created an index.js file. I've also got a terminal open at the bottom side of the window here. So let's look at creating a simple server. So to start off, we want to import HTTP. To do this, we say const HTTP is equal to require HTTP. And then what we want to do is we want to create the server. To do this, we say const server is equal to http.createServer. This takes in a request and sends out a response. So the request is the data that's coming from the user, so the external user, and the response is the data that we want to send back. But for this, all we're going to do is pay attention to the response. So for this, we're going to say res.statuscode is equal to 200. We also want to set the headers, so I'm going to say res.setHeader. And that's just going to be equal to a content type of text/plain. Now normally you'd have a JSON here, but in this example all we're doing is sending back a hello world message. So that brings us to the message. We can say res.end, and then inside of here is the message that we'll see on the front end. And then we can close off this create server. So now that we've created the server, we need to actually run the server. So to do this, we say server.listen. And then here we have 3000, that's the port number we're going to listen on. And then inside, we're just going to console log out that the server is running on port 3000, just to make sure that it's running. So inside the terminal at the bottom, if we type in node dot, we can see that our server is running on port 3000. So if you now open up a browser and navigate to localhost port 3000, you'll see a message that says hello world. If I change this now to hello world from Coding Nexus, click save, and then what we want to do is we want to restart our application at the bottom here, go back into our window, click refresh, and we can see that we have hello world from Coding Nexus. So that was just a basic server that says hello world back to the user, but you can do so much more with this, and it can become a very powerful tool. So what's the secret sauce with Node.js? Node.js is an event-driven architecture, making it awesome for handling lots of tasks at once. And the cherry on top, there's a huge library of pre-built packages that you can use for your application. These tools can be accessed using the npm package library, and they're as easy to install as just typing npm I and then the package that you want to install. So today we've just scratched the surface. Node.js is a universe within itself, and we'll dive deeper into that universe in the next lesson. To learn more about Node.js, click on this video here, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing by clicking here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.